Sorry guys, I accidentally clicked it to start going live. Hold on a sec. Ooh, it's all dark. Click to go live. Don't know why I've done that, guys, but I'm in. Ugh. There we go. Bloody hell. There's all sorts of new settings and stuff like that on here, eh? Jesus. I don't know what's going on here. This is all new stuff. This is all new stuff on you. Unexpected that I felt that I wasn't going to do one tonight, or... Ah, there we go. Got it. There we are. How's it going, everybody? I'm on my lonesome tonight, unfortunately. That'll be down to the fact that for obvious precautions, because of what's been going on lately, we decided not to have anybody up in my gaff. So there we go. So how you all doing? Have you missed the football this weekend? I know I bloody well have. It's been a bit boring and a bit shit. I've been pissing the missus off with FIFA on our TV for a lot of the weekend. You know, gotta do something. I'll just have my tea as well, and I've kicked this off a few minutes early. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. So George Bassett, what are you doing? I'm playing a fucking piano, mate. What do you think I'm doing? I'm doing a live stream. Give your best county lineup, Taff. Best county lineup. Jeez. I don't know at the moment, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm going to come back to that towards the end. You and ask me at the end for that one, mate. Just, you know, there's no giveaway tonight, but we have got a good, exciting trivia to come. We just haven't got anything to give away, to be honest. So Rachel Lewis is loving the jersey. Yep, this is the 2016 Euros jersey. Always wear this. I actually watched Don't Take Me Home Again last night on Amazon. Quality. Absolute quality. Love it. Not missed watching that trash at the county. Even when it's trash, football day is still footy day, isn't it? Football day is still football day, regardless of what the result turns out to be. James Morris, county kept the clean sheet this weekend. Way, there we go. We didn't concede any goals. There we go. So, Toby's vlogs, I've conquered all the chippies. Are you a fat bastard like me? In which case, joking, bored as fuck. I'm bored as fuck too, mate. Really bored with no football. Everyone's bored. I mean, I've just been doing FIFA and Football Manager. There's only so much of it you can play. There's only so much football stuff to watch on Amazon. There's only so much, you know, reruns of the Premier League years to watch on Sky. So I thought I owed it to you as my viewers that we can have some football related content for you coming in a form of a stream. So something interactive, you know. I thought I had to carry on doing Taff Live. I mean, there's no reason for me to stop. I'm not going to catch the coronavirus for having people watch me on a live stream. You know, that's never going to happen. But no, I mean, I enjoy doing this, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy tuning in for it. Ryan G, I've just returned from Wuhan. Hopefully you don't catch here, guys. Well, just don't come anywhere near me, mate. And did they try feeding you any bats? Rachel Lewis, never seen it, need to watch it. It is absolutely excellent. I mean, I think it's on DVD, but because I've just signed up to Amazon Prime recently after getting the new TV, thought, yeah, I'll give it another watch. So I watched it when they put it out in the cinema. Matthew Marsden, you was postponed till next year for you, Taff. It looks like it. I'd rather postpone the Euros for a year, because they can still hold them. They haven't started any matches, so but how can I put it? Because they haven't started any matches, you're not losing anything. They got to finish this season because they played 75% of the season, you know, or 75% plus has been played of the season. You can't just bin an entire season. Well, it's not an entire season, but 75% of the season. You can't just bin 75% of the season. You can't allow people to work that hard for that amount of time and just throw it all away because a couple of people out there don't want their team to go down, or there's a few bitter fans out there that don't want Liverpool to win the Premier League, don't want Leeds to get promoted. don't want whoever's going to go up in League One to get promoted, or not want the teams in like Swindon and that to not get promoted. You can't throw away 3/4 of a football season out of spite just because you don't like the teams that have done well. You can't throw away 3/4 of a season just because your team is in danger of being relegated. So, Karen Brady, you can go fuck yourself. EW Labs. We'll have to go for trivia tonight. Bit busy later, but hopefully good bit of banter for the first 20 minutes. 100%, mate. Yes. Now I don't know how long I've been going for because for some reason my my counting clock up in the corner there is telling me that I've been going for 54 minutes. Was it? No, 54 hours and 56 minutes. I've been going for. Apparently, no. I got the by here, and she said it's because I started at 5:02. So starting at 5 minutes early does not mean that I've been going for 54 hours and 56 minutes. But there we go. So Tom Pepler, honest opinion on coronavirus. The actual virus itself, I can't have much of an opinion on it because I'm not a geneticist, I'm not a biologist, and I'm not a doctor or anything like that. So I can't actually have a valid opinion on the actual coronavirus. Based on what I've heard about it, it would appear that the whole thing is blown too far out of proportion because looking at the numbers, now I can look at numbers and determine something. Looking at the numbers, it looks as though a higher ratio of people who contract flu die from the people who've actually died from coronavirus. But because this is a new introduced virus and people are actually dying from it, it has to be taken seriously. So that's why I'm all for whatever measures need to be put in place to prevent the spread of the virus. Because at the end of the day, 22 people so far that I know of, could have been more today, have died so far from it. And for me, that's 22 people too many. It could have been just one person, and something would have to be done to stop the spread of this. Because if you can prevent it, you could save lives. So that's my honest opinion on the coronavirus. That would be valid, I suppose. Can't wait to go to Rome to watch Wales in the summer. It doesn't look as though that will be happening at the moment because I personally think they have to prioritise finishing the club season before the Euros start, which means they could have to push the Euros out for a year. I play FIFA, but people in rivals are just, oh yeah, slap on the face. I play career mode and only career mode. It's only because I find it frustrating playing against people online. There's too many people out there that know how to manipulate the game to gain an advantage, and it's not. I don't feel like it's a contest between two people, and basically the best player at FIFA will win. I believe it's whoever can figure the computer game out more than the other will win. So I can play some quality football and lose 5-4 against some sweaty twat who knows how to get on the byline and cut it back. So that's where I stand playing online on FIFA. So I just play career mode. I play at a good level, play at world class, and I just won the Premier League with Newport County. I got Leanne looking at me as if I'm a big head or whatever. But there we go. I enjoy it. James Morris, if this season got wiped out, what would be that would be harsh on the teams going for promotion. That'd be harsh on everybody who's worked hard. It was basically for everyone who's worked hard to get to where they've got to at the moment. I mean, you look at Brentford, how good of a season they had. You're telling me that their entire season has just got to be wiped clean. Liverpool's season has been great. Leicester's season has been great. Sheffield United's season has been great. So what? You just wipe all that away. You can't do it. You can't. It's too far gone. You can't just finish it right there. COVID, Divock, season finished quickly, Origi. So yeah, COVID backwards is Divock. Only thing is though, it doesn't spell the full name. So there we go. Funny how the Taff still have their horse racing events going on. It is quite funny that, isn't it? The more upmarket events are going ahead. It's weird, isn't it? We got Prime. There you go, Rachel. That's something for you to watch tonight then, isn't it? Go and watch it. It is really, really good. Cat's breath is dying slowly. What does that mean? Don't know what you mean. Rugby still being played weirdly. No, I don't believe it has been this weekend, have it? Got to debate Euros, but Allen is fit and Cabango and Roden game time. Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, a bit more preparation for it. Giggs has got the opportunity to prepare his players more for it now. And with a lot of the youngsters coming through, another season under their belts could give us a better chance in it, to be honest. Did you see what Karen Brady said? I did, yeah, so I obviously talked about it then, and you obviously now know what I think about it. Um, so Rachel was saying I'm going to go absolutely nuts if Liverpool don't win the Prem. I've actually seen something. You've got all these mad bastards, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic, a bit of a global crisis, and people are making up a lay chance about Liverpool not winning the league. Um, Personally, I think it's quite sad anyway. But at the same time, it's actually within the Premier League rules that if 75% of the season's been played and they have to abandon a season for whatever reason, 75% would be between 28 and 29 games. 29 games have been played by the majority of the Premier League. So for me, that's 75% of the season. So even if they cancel the season now, the table will finish exactly where it lies now. Colin Simmons, evening, Colin. How are you? Obviously, you're going to want this season to be finished because of obviously because Leeds are going to get promoted this year. EW Labs, if they finish the season early with how it is now, it's unfair on the teams at the bottom. And if they stop the league, it's unfair on Liverpool, so they have to finish it. They have to finish it anyway, purely because they have to finish it. But at the same time, they have to. They can't just throw away that amount of football that's been played. You can't just write all of that off. You can't. You simply can't. Because I've gone to every home Newport County match except for the Grimsby FA Cup game when I was ill, and I've been to a lot of away games, and I've spent a lot of money on this season. If that just wipes clean, so what? So all that money that I paid out to go and watch all those games was for nothing, basically. And how many other fans are thinking that? How many? What's the bet, right? That 95% of the people who are calling for the season to get written off are armchair supporters. Sad bastards who follow teams hundreds of miles away from where they live, and they just sit there tossing themselves off to Jeff Stelling if their team isn't on live that weekend. You know what I mean? Fucking mental. So Matthew Sullivan coming in. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Okay, we'll skip past that one. Richard Lewis, a 54 seconds is how long my other half takes. Oh, that's a bit weak. That is. I'm with the guy on this one. Luke County, evening. Taff, did Liverpool put all their eggs in one basket with the Prem? Rating players in League Cup, FA Cup. The league was done at Christmas. Well, resting players. Yeah, I see what you mean, mate. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think they should have put a stronger team out against Chelsea. Personally, you've got to go to win. I mean, Guardiola's got it right. I mean, Klopp is a fantastic manager, and he's done it on a much lower budget than Guardiola. But Guardiola is utilising what he's been able to spend his money on, and he's gone out to win everything in his path. I mean, he's got the squad for it. That's why you've got to remember, Man City have spent hundreds and hundreds of millions on, and that's net spend. Liverpool's net spend is under 100 million, believe it or not, because they've sold a lot of players. They've brought in a lot of players. They've replaced outgoing players like Coutinho with players like, for example, Naby Keita has come in and Fabinho has come in to strengthen that centre midfield. They got rid of Sterling and ended up using that money to bring in Salah. So basically, Liverpool haven't got as big a squad, so they've had to turn to youngsters and fringe players, whereas Man City have basically got 2 starting 11s of quality players. I think Liverpool have missed a trick a bit, but at the same time, do you really think they would have sustained the Premier League wins the way they have done? Because if the Watford game had been earlier, if the Watford game had happened before they went out of the League Cup and the FA Cup, except the League Cup, I think you've got to blame the FA for that one. You can't blame Klopp and Liverpool for wrestling players, because they had to take their first team to win the World Club Cup. They wanted to win that, and rightly so. I think for not putting a strong team out in the League Cup against Aston Villa, you can forgive them for that. I think for not putting the strong team out against Shrewsbury, I know they got through in the end, but it should have been a lot more comfortable than that. For not putting a strong team out then against Chelsea, a stronger team than they should have, yeah, they've missed a trick. But the Watford game had happened, but Liverpool are still on course to beat Man City's record of points. I think once Liverpool have lost that record of points, I think that's when they would be playing stronger teams in the cups. It's a shame they fucking hated them now, all of them, and that's including the Champions League, which I think they were massively, massively unlucky in. I think Atletico's goal at Atletico's ground was a spot of luck more than anything. It was a tap in from a bounce, a bobble about, pinball in the box, and it landed to a player in the right. Sometimes you've got to be in the right place at the right time, and that is a trait to have as a forward-thinking player, is to get yourself in the right place at the right time and capitalise on the opportunities that come to you. But I think even though Liverpool didn't play particularly well, they had a hostile environment to deal with, and obviously a very, very defensive-minded and very, I'm going to call it streetwise, but let's not really sugarcoat it. They were cheating. They had to put up with cheating, which the referee was actually allowing. So I think Liverpool would have done better in the first leg if they'd have been penalised a little bit more for their unsporting tactics. And then at the same time, if they hadn't conceded that one goal, I think they would have been taking a 0-0 back. And a 0-0 with nothing for Atletico to actually protect, they wouldn't have been as defensive. But still, I think Liverpool absolutely tore them to pieces in that game. If not for their goalkeeper and some attacking errors from Liverpool's part, Liverpool would have won that game 4 or 5-0 comfortably. During the season at any other point, they would have won that game 4 or 5-0 comfortably. But I think the league's wrapped up and the monkey's off the back now. I think this season's important for Liverpool to get the monkey off the back, winning that league. Now they'll move on, and I think they will take every competition seriously. They just got to get that Premier League. 30 years is too long for a club like Liverpool. Richard Lewis has written in a book about 40 years ago that a virus would come out of Wuhan in 2020. The book is called The Eyes of Darkness by Dean Koontz. Dean Koontz. Is that his real last name, or is that a piss take? Because that's just pretty damn fucking funny. Koontz. Fried water, I think they should resume at the third, but all behind closed doors. Yeah, I mean, if the rate of which people are contracting it by the day starts slowing down, by then they could start playing some games behind closed doors, and then if it declines even more, then they can start introducing the crowds back. As I know football is about fans, but at the end of the day, too much has been put into this season so far to just wipe it all clean. I personally would like to wipe the season out of memory. Robert Whittington, or you can wipe it out of memory if you want, or you can try at least, but it's not going to stop West Ham from going down. Sorry, mate. So we did be lads, unlucky hammers. I'm still tipping West Ham to stay up though, even if the season does continue. Paul Dixon, evening Chris, evening Paul, how are you? Robert Whittington, Karen Brady for Prime Minister. Well, sure would be better than Jeremy Corbyn, I suppose. Colin Simmons, yes, rugby league on today. Oh, really? They're actually playing rugby league. It must be that they get crowds so low and they spread out across the stadium so much that people aren't as at much risk. Luke County, if you could relive 3 games over the next 3 weeks, which games would you choose? 3 games that I could relive. Well, definitely Wrexham at Wembley. That's got to be a must, a 100% must that have. I think Hereford away in 2013, in March 2013, was absolutely out of this world. It was one of the most hostile and mental kind of atmospheres I've ever been in. It was one of those games where everything was a freaking battle, and it was just football at its best. It wasn't at its highest quality, but it was at its best, at the point where you just loved being there, and you were just so into the game, passionate about it. In some games you're standing there and you're bored off your tits. You think, oh fuck, I shouldn't even bother coming today. But some games you just gripped by the sheer emotion and determination. You can see the players fighting for you. Hereford's definitely one of them games, so I definitely relive that one 100%. And I got to say, I would definitely relive the Mansfield playoff semi-final win from last season again if I could. I mean, don't get me wrong, the cup upsets were great. The Leeds won, the Leicester won, the Middlesbrough won. They were fantastic. Playing Man City and Tottenham were great, and I loved them. But when we come to reliving games, they got to be the ones where I really, really felt at my best as a county fan. And them three were the ones, the absolute ones for me. EW Labs, I don't want them to win the league as a Manchester United fan, but this would be unfair if they cancelled it, and they've been class to be fair. You're a Manchester United fan, that's your problem. No, but yeah, I mean, if it was the other way around, I mean, yeah, you'd like to see it stuck at Man United, but Man United haven't waited for 30 years. Man United's wait was 26 years up until 1993, and they've obviously dominated English football right up until Ferguson decided to retire. But Liverpool have waited 30 years for a title, and a lot of the time, if you think of what they've been up against, Liverpool have never had a sugar daddy pumping money in. Now, Man United and Arsenal and Blackburn were winning it back then. Liverpool had substandard management, substandard ownership, and transfer policy was bad until Gerard Houllier came along. And then, as soon as Gerard Houllier started taking things forward, Liverpool had the likes of Chelsea pumping hundreds of millions into their playing. And then when they pulled it back and Benitez got them playing well, that's when Man City started pumping millions and millions into their playing squad. And obviously Chelsea still doing that, Man City still doing that, Man United as big as they are, Arsenal as big as they are, it was always going to be difficult for Liverpool to win a title, and now they finally got there. You know, obviously they've got to get over the line first, but if you were, you know, when they played as well as they have this season, they fully deserve to end that 30-year wait. If you take that away from them through sheer technicality, I tell you something now. I think Liverpool fans are bad enough as it is now, not letting you hear the end of things. This is one they will never ever let you hear the end of. So, you know, basically be careful what you wish for is all I'm going to say, is if you think Liverpool should have their title taken away from them. James Edwards, I barely play Football Manager, but I finished second in League 2 and I'm 8th in the League 1 in November 2020. Oh, well done, mate. No, that's a good start. If you do things the right way, you can get county promoted up a couple of divisions very, very quickly. I myself, you've probably seen the video on here, almost did the perfect rise to the Premier League. So promotion every season right up to the Premier League. And I lost in the playoff final 1-0 to Brighton. I was gutted. And then season after I got relegated to League 1. But I won League 1. Then I went up the season after. And now I think I'm in third in the Premier League at the moment. I've actually got a pretty damn good team. Yeah, so it's looking good at the moment. Loving Football Manager and loving FIFA at the moment. Non-league until the end of the year, says 7G. Yeah, I'll tell you what, right, if Merthyr is still playing, I might go up and watch Merthyr maybe next weekend. Robert Whittington, if they resume having not trained for 4 weeks, surely the results will be skewed. Won't be a fair reflection of the team's ability, surely. Well, I mean, it's something that all of them will have to go through. It's not as if a number of teams can't train and a number of them can. At the moment, everybody's going through the same thing. So when they all come back, they're all coming back in the same sort of fitness levels, frame of mind, and everything like that. So I don't think it's going to be an unfair reflection. To be fair, Salford at Checker Trade final may not be played. Might be only time they get there. Possibly. They'll play that final at some point. They've got to play that final. Like I said, too much football has been played. It's to the final. The last two teams left, and they can't just cancel a tournament with the last two teams left. There's been a new case of the coronavirus, but for who? Chris Kamara. I don't know, Jeff. Has there a new case? I saw the doctors on, but I thought it was an injury, Jeff. Yeah, fair play, lads. That's a good one, that is. I like that. So basically playing on the whole Chris Kamara didn't know that someone got sent off at Portsmouth when he was watching their game before. Aye, good shape, mate. So schools shut. Are schools shut? I don't think they are. I'm going to get Leanne looking on Facebook now to see if you can find something. Paul Dixon, once the green light is given to restart the football, I don't know, Paul Dixon, once the green light is given to restart the football, whether April or May, as fans we need to get behind the county. I for one would be fine with a small increase in ticket price to help. Personally, yeah, I would. But then, at the same time, right, what you've got to understand is we're a fans-on club, and a lot of the fans are not happy with what the money's been spent on so far. So with a ticket increase, people are going to want. I don't think many people are going to say, yeah, okay, I don't want the ticket increase. What they're going to say is, I'd like to know what that extra money is going to be used for. Because if it's going into the transfer policy and we're relying on elite management to do to recommend players for us, I don't want that extra money going on that. So if there's a clear indication of what the extra money's going on, then yeah, I'd be all for the ticket price increase personally. Yeah, so the likes have just gone past 10, but there's over 20 of you in it. Those likes are past 15 now. Come on, guys, click that like. Sam G, defo coming to the next county home game. Good man. If we ever have one again. Fried Water, have you ever had any fights over loo roll yet? People going nuts. I haven't had any fights over loo roll, but I've heard of them. So I don't know what's going on. Kyron Ellesmere, sorry. Why do you think there weren't many people at County the other week? Because we've been playing shit, mate, and a lot of the people are sort of floaters, floating fans. When we're doing well, they'll come. When they're not doing well, they won't. Because we were doing pretty well, people have been coming. I think we have made proper fans out of a lot of these floaters, but I'd imagine some of them are still in the fickle mind of, we've been that shit. We're not gonna, we're not gonna bother this week because it couldn't be arsed. It's cold, wet. Don't blame them really, but I'd like to think that people will come back. Luke County, will Adrian be out the door at Liverpool end of the season? I don't think so. Yeah, he made some mistakes, but keepers make mistakes at the end of the day. Alisson's made mistakes this season. They just haven't been as high profile as what Adrian's were. But Adrian has kept the goal while Alisson was injured at the beginning of the season exceptionally. So I think for people to be on his back over that one bad game. I know it was on the big scale of things, the Champions League. Liverpool stood a really good chance of retaining that Champions League, and they absolutely destroyed Atletico Madrid in that home second leg. And if not for Adrian, yeah, I think he should have done better with the kick eight, and the bad kick eight caused the goal. And then obviously I think he should have done better on the second goal, the second Llorente strike. The third one, there wasn't much he could do about it, but that was only because all their players were forward. Because at the end of the day, it was either go for broke or you're out anyway. So they may as well have gone for it. Ocean I, yes, Taff, or is that Ocean 1? I don't know. Paul Dixon, with no football until April, us fans need a football forum more than anything there. You need to have an Amber Army midweek sports special, great opportunity to increase the followers. Well, I've been thinking about that, to be honest with you, mate. I mean, I was thinking of doing something in the week during this week, but there was so much up and down on what was actually going on that there was no way of telling what content I should look to base any videos on, to be honest with you. So I don't know, mate. I mean, I'm going to try and come up with something. I will try and come up with something, but I mean, now things are settling and we have a better, clearer view of how things are going down now. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth me doing something like that. Ocean, with football suspended, what will you be doing instead? I've been playing FIFA and Football Manager. Work. I have got work that I can get on with in the evenings and things like that because my job, there's a lot of work involved in it. So I don't know. There's always something I can do. So Sam G's coming to Notts County at home. Notts County at home. Not Newport County then. So Colin Simmons is a supporter of Jeremy Corbyn. I think you probably tell by the comment that I made that I'm not. Even though I'm not a big supporter of Boris Johnson, I still rather him than Jeremy Corbyn, to be honest. But each to their own when it comes to politics. I don't like to make it personal, personally. Marcus, the Leeds Cup upset wasn't great. Wasn't great. It was absolutely fucking outstanding, Marcus. Come on now. Even you got to admit that it was out of this world. EW Labs, would just be their luck though? 2 wins off winning the league and they cancel the season. Yeah, but looking at the Premier League rules, it can't happen, and it's not going to. It's not going to. There's no way on this earth it could ever be allowed to happen like that. Rachel Lewis, what the government aren't telling us is that the masks you should wear should be medical grade because general masks don't do anything. No, because I've had a lot of people asking me because the company I work for sell safety masks and things like that. So valved respiratory masks. Go over your face, and they aren't for diseases and things like that. They're to stop chemicals from being ingested and inhaled and things like that. So so buying masks like that don't do anything when it comes to viruses and things. It is the medical grade masks, as you say, Rachel, they should be wearing. And they're also not telling us that you should wear goggles because it can be transmitted through the eyes. But wearing goggles would mess up their facial recognition systems. Hey, I tell you what, we got the conspiracy theorists in there, haven't we? Geez, oh. Luke Katie, do you think many clubs will fold due to delayed season, loss of income, then player contracts up in June? Can't see FA helping EFL teams at all. Um, they should do. They absolutely should do. The government should be funding it, if in fact, to be honest with you. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we, at the end of the day, mate? We have to wait and see. I think that the lack of income, the thing is, they still got to pay the players every week. So the lack of income is going to be an issue, I think. But hey ho, we'll see how it goes. Posted that Chris Kamara thing on the county chat. I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to have a look. Dan Short, hi Taff, you okay? Yes, mate, how are you? Looking forward to seeing you when you come up for the Northampton game, if we ever get to that, of course. Matthew Marsden, nearly time for the trivia. Don't worry, mate, we'll be all over it soon. I'm just catching up on everything. Rachel Lewis, not yet. They're thinking about possibly closing schools. Government are looking into implement wartime restrictions. Yeah, so things are going to get a lot worse. I mean, I have stocked up a bit, but I haven't gone fucking stupid like a lot of people have. I went into Morrison's earlier just to pick up a bit of fruit, and you can see all the shelves are freaking empty. There's no pot noodles left. And thankfully I got a couple of noodles up in the cupboard, so I'm all right. Those are some convenience foods, Robert Whitton, schools are open until someone at Eton Fuller's Hill were open. Funnily enough, no assemblies though, but it's okay to share the same canteen. Yeah. Only 49 people for the last game. Which game was that, mate? Dan Short, I can't wait for my trip to Newport in April. Let's just hope that the game goes ahead. Let's hope so. Kyron asked me, what do you think Dragons fans think about our We Ate Rugby chant? I hope they enjoy it as much as we do. I know they don't, but I hope they see the funny side of it. Unfortunately, they don't, because I put up a post mocking the Dragons. Nothing bad, just a little bit of humour, and they took it really to heart. And because I was a volunteer at the time, they complained to the club over it. Oh, come on, get a fucking life, Right. Now I'm just gonna fly. Oh, there we go. Right then, I had to fly up because it's time for trivia, guys. So the trivia now is going to be is based on honours. So I've got 4 football players. So it's a bit similar to what I've done in the past. But then this is 4 football players, and I'm going to tell you what competitions they've won, and you're going to determine who that player is by those competitions. So, without further ado, let's crack on. Now, so what I'm going to tell you is the year and the competition they won. Okay, so first up, the Argentinian Primera Division 2003, 2015, 2017, 2018 and 2020. The Copa Argentina in 2015, the Super Copa Argentina 2015, Copa Libertadores 2003, Copa Sudamerica 2004, the Intercontinental Cup in 2003, the Brazilian Serie A in 2005, the Premier League in 2008, 2009, 2012, the Italian Serie A 2014 and in 2015, the Coppa Italia in 2015, the Supercoppa Italiana 2013 and the Chinese FA Cup 2017. I know I had to finish the question. I know a load of you got it right already, and fair play to you all. Labs was not the first. It was Luke County. You're back, mate. You're back at your best. You got in there first. Well done, mate. So yes, it was Carlos Tevez. Too slow, Labs. There we go. Yes. There we are. Carlos Tevez. So yeah, nice easy one just to warm things up. We're going to move on to a bit of a harder one now. So number 2. So we got the Brazilian Serie A in 1991, the Campeonato Paulista 1991 and 1992, Copa Libertadores 1992 and 1993, The Intercontinental Cup, 1992 and 1993. The Copa Conmebol, 1994. The UEFA Cup in 1995. The Campeonato Paulista in 1996. Got Serie A, 2001 and in 2004. The UEFA Super Cup in 2003-2007. The Champions League in 2007. The Supercoppa Italiana in 2004. The World Cup in 2007. The Club World Cup in 2007. Sorry. The FIFA World Cup in 1994 and in 2002, and the Copa America in 1997 and 1999. So EW Labs is saying Brazilian Ronaldo, incorrect. Colin Simmons is saying Carlos, that's incorrect. Luke Hainty, Romario, incorrect. Kyron Ellesmere, Ronaldinho, incorrect. So those answers have been repeated an awful lot there. So if push comes to shove, guys, I'm going to have to... So, no, it's not Kaká either. If push comes to shove, guys, I'm going to have to start giving out some clues. Clues. You want some clues? Ah, no, you don't need no clues. Luke Kainty's in there with it right away. There we go. Cafu. Yes. The legendary Brazilian right-back Cafu is the correct answer. Luke, 2 for 2, mate. You're absolutely flying. Probably a bit to do with Richard Pearce not being here, but there we go. Labs is not quite on his game. Not quite on his game tonight. Maybe he is, because he did get the Tevez answer right. But there we go. Right, a few sneaky copiers in here. Yeah, just to say they got the right answer. They never knew it. They never knew it. Got to go anyway. Hopefully have a good rest of the trivia off my game tonight. Yeah. Luke, it's up for you to take 4 out of 4, mate, I think. But I'm waiting for some others to come out of it. No prize. I know, mate, I know. But hopefully we'll be sorting out some new merchandise very, very soon. Right then. So we're on to number 3 then, guys. Number 3. So, are you ready for it? We've got the Italian Serie A. 1995, 1997, 1998, 2002, 2003, 2005, 2006 and 2012. The Serie B in 2007. The Coppa Italia in 1995. The Supercoppa Italia in 1995, 1997, 2002, 2003. The Champions League in 1996. The UEFA Super Cup in 1996. The Intercontinental Cup in 1996, and the World Cup in 2006. So Luke Hainty saying Inzaghi. I'm guessing you mean Filippo Inzaghi. Is incorrect. Bailey James says Buffon. That's incorrect. So do we have to get to clues on this one? Didn't need any clues for the first 2. Luke did come in with the correct answer in the end. Are we going to get the right answer? I think this is just a matter of firing as many guesses as you can for good players who are playing in them competitions at those times until you get the right answer. But fair play, Luke only took 2 attempts to get it right on the last one and got the Tevez one right on his first attempt. So where we going now? So Luke says Zola, no. Coronelsme, Maldini, no. Cannavaro, no. Zidane, no. Cannavaro, no. Pirlo, no. Luke, you've tried a few of them now. It is. I think it is just a matter of firing out as many guesses as you can until you get it right. There you go, Luke. Well done, it's Del Piero. Alessandro Del Piero, you've done it. Well done, mate. 3 out of 3 for you. Flying, absolutely flying. Rachel Lewis is saying Vidal. No, it was Del Piero. Luke got it eventually. There we go. Yeah, Alessandro Del Piero. And there we go. Alessandro Del Piero. And we're on to number 4. Number 4, and there's a lot of competition here to tell you about. I'm hoping someone's going to smash it. I got a feeling Luke is going to do it. Is it going to be 4 out of 4 for Luke? I mean, with no Matthew Marsden, with no Labs at the moment, and no Richard Pearce, yeah, I mean, Luke is the obvious choice for you know, the viewer to actually get the most right answers. But could he go 4 out of 4? I don't think anyone's done that before. Question number 4 then. Inzaghi and Del Piero were naughty front pair. They certainly were, mate. Yeah, you're right there. That's why Del Piero won so many titles in the end in the Serie A. Oh, Matthew's here. You just haven't known the answers, mate. Have you? Oh, well, you'll stump me later, I'm sure, when it comes to you guys giving me the questions. Right then, number 4. Right then, so La Liga, 1995, 1997, 2001, 2003, 2007, and 2008. Supercopa España, 1997, 2001, 2003, 2008. Champions League, 1998, 2000, and 2002. UEFA Super Cup 2002, Intercontinental Cup 1998 and 2002. The DFB Pokal, sorry, which is a German cup in 2011. The DFL Super Cup in 2011. The Qatar Stars League in 2013. The Emir of Qatar Cup in 2014. And then international honours won the UEFA European Under-21 Championship in 1996. So, what answers do we have here? So, Bailey James saying Xavi. No, it's not Xavi. Iniesta. No. Zidane. No. Torres. No. Ronaldinho. No. Puyol. No. So, Puyol. No. And, oh, Luke, you've just been done 8 of a 4 out of 4 by Rob Whittington. It was Raul. Raul of Real Madrid. Yep, there we go. So it was obviously Raul, and the reason he got German ones is because he went to Schalke. He went to Schalke for a little bit, and obviously went out to Qatar and won a couple of competitions out there. But obviously the majority of his medals were won during his time at Real Madrid. So Puyol was wrong, Iniesta was wrong, Xavi was wrong. It was in fact Raul, as Rob Whittington said. So well done, Rob. Well done. There we go, there's our 4. That's it. Now who's asking me some questions? I'm feeling quite sharp tonight. So Ocean, these are tough. They are tough, yeah, because people are tending to get certain things a bit too easy, I'm finding. I thought bringing out something a little bit different. So Luke thought it was Xavi. No. Xavi, all of his stuff would have been mainly the early noughties or the late 90s, early noughties. So Matthew wants a question, but he wants it last. Bailey wants a question. Sam G wants a question. So it'll be Sam, Bailey, and then if there's anybody else to go after that, and then Matthew to be the 4th. So right then. So Sam first. Sam G, give us your question, mate. Bailey, get yours ready for when Sam G asks for after we finish with Sam's. Matthew, have something ready. Right, Nick, will there be a baby boom? No sport people stuck in houses. Well, there you go. That's a good point, that is actually, isn't it? You know, when sports people, if they're not playing sports, what are they going to do? They're going to play with their wives and girlfriends. So baby boom could be on the cards, I think. So Luke's got a question and Colin's got a question. So right, okay. So what we'll have is Sam, Bailey, Luke, Colin, and then Matthew. There's 5 questions that you can ask me. Sam, get yours pop yours out as quickly as you can. Bailey, get yours ready. Luke, get yours ready. Sam, get yours ready. Not Sam, Colin, I mean, get yours ready. Matthew, as he says there, he's already got his ready. 20 minutes. So I've been given my orders by the wife that I've only got 20 minutes because she wants to get her washing on. And the washing machine's a bit too loud, and I wouldn't be able to do this with the washing machine on. So there we go, I got my orders. So we're still waiting for Sam's question. Come on, Sam, let's be having you, mate. Let's have the question. What we got, mate? What we got? Come on in, Sam. Oh, Sam, come on, mate. Just sitting here waiting patiently, my friend. Let's do this. Right then, Sam. I can only assume Sam's not here. Oh no, here we go. And he got one of these ones. Everybody's coming with the I played with questions. Right, so I played with Jermaine Defoe, Wojciech Szczesny, Idrissa Diop, and Jamie Vardy. Who am I? Whew. So Robert Whitton said, Taff, get the washing on, Leanne can film you and we can all have a laugh. So Colin lost his signal there. Don't worry, mate. I've still got you down as doing a question. So get yours ready. We're doing Sam's first. We're saying, played with Jermaine Defoe, Wojciech Szczesny, Idrissa Diop, and Jamie Vardy. Who am I? Oh, God. Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe, we're looking at West Ham, Pompey, Tottenham, Sunderland maybe, Bournemouth. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a stab. I'm going to have a stab at fucking hell, why can't I remember his name now? Jack Wilshere, that's the one. Wilshere. I'm going to go with Jack Wilshere. Am I correct, Sam? Sorry, I took a bit too long. Not to worry, not to worry. Rachel Lewis, that's not a bad shape with Huth, actually. It's not a bad shape. It's not a bad shape at all. But I'm going with Jack Wilshere. Am I correct, Sam? Correct, Taff. Yes, get in there. Woohoo! 1 down, 4 to go. Right, who was next? It was, I believe, Bailey, wasn't it? Bailey, yes. Go on, Bailey, you're next. Right then, I played with Joe Cole, Danny Drinkwater, and Benzema. Who am I? Joe Cole, Danny Drinkwater, and Benzema. It's a tough one, that is, Bailey. Danny Drinkwater, you're looking at Leicester and Chelsea. And then Benzema would be Real Madrid. Whoever this is, I think they're going to be old. They're going to be really old. I'm going to play with Benzema at Lyon, maybe. Or Joe Cole. If there's someone who's maybe at Real Madrid now, who played in the Premier League, hold on a minute. I got 2 who it could be. I'm just wondering, did Courtois go before Drinkwater came? Or would it just be Eden Hazard? Did Hazard come? I think Courtois was there before Hazard because he was a youngster there. So I'm going to go with Courtois, and if it's not Courtois, I'm going to go with Hazard. I think Courtois would have played with Drinkwater, would have played with Cole before he left, and then is now at Real Madrid to play with Benzema. So I'm going to go with Courtois first, and then if not, I'll go for Hazard. Cole at Lille. Did Joe Cole go on loan to Lille? He did, didn't he? Yeah, that could be a shake though. So that could be Hazard then. Yeah, well done, Matt. Who's the question, man? Bailey James, right then. So I said Courtois first, and then if not, it was Hazard. So it was Hazard, right? Okay, then I'm taking that as 2 out of 2. I'm still taking it. I'll take it. I'm taking it. Definitely taking it. Right then. Well done to those who else got it right as well. Well done, guys. Next up is Luke. Luke County, you are up. Then it's Colin. And then it's The thing is, if I get these next two correct, me getting a full house is going to be me resting on not getting stumped by Matthew Marsden, which don't happen often. I always tend to get stumped by Matthew. So there's a lot riding on this. I got 2 out of 2 at the moment. Right, can you name the 8 national teams that have won the African nations since 1990? P.S. Please don't help him. So I'm going to start writing these down who I believe have won it. So eight teams have won it in Africa. You guys can answer because I got to scroll up anyway. I got to scroll up to see your answers, so you guys can answer them. I mean, I've got one. So right, okay. So this is what I've got written down then, right? So Luke, I'm gonna name all the countries I got written down. If I've got the correct 8 out of them, tell me how many of them I've got. Then yeah. If I've got the correct 8, to say yes, you've got them all. Or if I haven't got them all, tell me how many I've got right, and I'll start doing the process of elimination and addition to this list. So these are the ones I got written down then, right? So I've got Cameroon, Nigeria, Egypt, Senegal, South Africa, Ghana, Morocco, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Togo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Guinea, and Algeria. So I've done all them. The ones who I think they are, I'm actually number them now, right? So I think Cameroon got to be here, Nigeria got to be here, Egypt, Senegal, Ghana, Ivory Coast definitely. I think Tunisia and Morocco will be the others. But if not, I'm going to say South Africa, Algeria, Guinea, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Togo as the others. So Luke, do I get them all? Have I got them all? So Ghana's a no. So Ghana's a no. Well done. Algeria, yes. Cameroon, yes. Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Algeria, yes. So I got Nigeria. So out of those, I got 3 that are yes. Algeria, Ivory Coast, and Cameroon. So I got Nigeria. So Tunisia is a yes. Yeah. I got Nigeria, Egypt, Senegal, Morocco, South Africa. So Nigeria is a yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. So I've got 6, 7, 8. So I've said Egypt, Senegal, South Africa, Morocco, Togo, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Guinea. Egypt, yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Senegal, South Africa. I'm hoping they're going to be Senegal and South Africa. South Africa, yes. And then is Senegal the other? Come on. Tell me Senegal's the other, because that's 3 out of 3, and I'm on the verge of putting it all on the line then for when I take on Matthew in the last one, because we got the next one coming up is going to be Colin. 2 more. I got Cameroon, Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, and Algeria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 1 more. Not Senegal. Morocco. Morocco. So I'm saying Morocco. Probably not Togo, Democratic Republic of Congo, or Guinea, but Libya is the other one. So Algeria was yes, yeah. So I already had Algeria. Morocco, no. So Morocco's a no. Is Libya the other? I got a feeling it might be Libya. Is Libya the other? 2012. Fuck. Is it Mali? Mali. 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 I'm sure that's someone who springs to mind. I'm trying to think who else there is. Wait a minute. Who's the one? I know there's Chad. I know there's right then. So I'm saying Mali. So it's not Libya. I'm saying Mali. I know who's the one who always made great players on Championship Manager 97, 98. You pick up a load of their players and they're all really, really highly rated all the time. Not Zaire, Zambia. I want to say Zambia. Could be Zaire, couldn't it? Zaire. I'm going to say Zaire as well. And I want to try and say one more if I can. Don't know if I can think of any other African countries that you could say, or Kenya. I'm just going to say it because I know them. But so I'm going to go with Mali. Then I'm going to go Zambia. Then I'm going to go Zaire. Then I'm going to go Kenya, just because I've heard of Kenya. So, no, I didn't see the answer, mate, because I come up with my answer, then I scrolled up to see if I got it right. So Matthew said Zambia. Didn't see the answer, honestly. I got to scroll up. You'd have had to see me doing that to have. So I'm taking that Zambia. So Luke Canty said Ghana. Ghana? I said Ghana earlier. You said it wasn't Ghana. I didn't see the answer though. I can promise you that I didn't see the answer. So I had Cameroon, Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Algeria, and Zambia. Now I do recall 2012 Zambia winning it. Yeah, you remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah, they were real underdogs, weren't they? And they managed to take it. Fair play to them. Right then, two left. Colin. Name captains. No chance. Piss off. You've had your question, Luke. Colin's question, and then it's the showdown with Matthew. What is the highest score in a Premier League match, and who contested the match? Oh my God! It was it 7-4 between Blackburn Rovers and Sheffield Wednesday? I'm sure it was 7-4, and it was Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday. I'm sure it was 7-4, and it was Blackburn versus Sheffield Wednesday. Come on, Colin, don't leave me like this now, mate. Shitting a brick. Big time, because if I've got this right... So Matthew got it right, 7-4 with Portsmouth and Reading, but I'm sure it was 7-4 between Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday well before Portsmouth and Reading. The way I see it, I said 7-4, Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday. Whether it was, I'm taking that as a correct answer. I'm sure you'll all agree. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm taking that one. But 7-4, there was definitely a 7-4 scoreline between Blackburn Rovers and Sheffield Wednesday years before Portsmouth and Reading ever even got into the Premier League. So there we go. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm on 4 out of 4. Colin, are you gonna grant me a correct answer on that one? Because I did say 7-4. But it was Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday years before that. Portsmouth and Reading one would have been played. It's in the I'm sure it was in the late 90s. Half a point. It was 7-2 between them two. I'm sure it was 7-4. But I still got the right answer with 7-4. I'll take a half a point. That's better than nothing. At the end of the day, I'm going for the clean sweep with Matthew. That's what it's all boiled down to. The clean sweep with Matthew. And I've got to go. I've been given my orders. I've got to go then. Matthew, go on in. Go on in, Matthew. Let's be having you, mate. If I get this right tonight, I'm going to be leaving on a major, major high. I might even treat myself to a yoghurt.
Like you do every night.
Cheeky cow. Go on in, Matthew. Let's have you. Oh, it's going to be one of the usual questions, isn't it? Teammates ones. I fucking hate them, to be honest with you, because they get you thinking more than any other. Sometimes when you ask a certain question about a certain statistic, the answer just comes to you like, But then when it comes to actually doing the teammates ones, you really, really do have to think, like, oh God, who would have played with him there, who would have played with him there. Sometimes it can be quite obvious, but, Matthew, come on, you're leaving me in complete dire straits here, mate. I'm waiting for this one, mate. This is the night that I think I'm going to beat you for once. Where's Kev? Well, obviously at the beginning of the stream I mentioned that we're taking the precaution not having anybody up until this whole fucking coronavirus thing calms down, which is why Kev's not here, why Henry the Hoover's not here, why John's not here as well. But hopefully once all this blows over, the content, including those guys, is going to increase. Not just the content, but the quality of it as well will increase. So we're still waiting on you, Matt. Come on, mate. Let's be having you. It's going to be a long question because he's probably been typing it out while I've been moaning and waiting. Probably in the process of typing it all out. George Weir or Samuel Eto'o? Fuck, that's a good question, mate. There's not much between them, is there, really? I've got to say Samuel Eto'o. Although I'm a big fan of George Weir, that was a tough one, but I did like Samuel Eto'o. I thought he was quality. Absolute quality. Right, Matthew, you're taking too long, mate. Come on.
2 minutes.
Oh, I'm getting the talking clock walking past me now. Come on, Matthew. Come on, Matthew. Let's be having you. Come on. My question is 8. What? Where? Where? I don't see your question. Nope, it's not 8, mate. Do you want to copy and paste it again? Batistuta or Tevez? I've got to say Batistuta purely for the fact that he was one of the best goal scorers ever. I'd have George Weir with Tony Yeboah because Yeboah was a bit of a one-season wonder, wasn't he? He scored some phenomenal goals, but George Weir was just one of the best players in the world at this time. But Matthew, I don't know, your question, I can't see it anywhere, mate. Your question is just not there, mate. It's just not there. It's not there. You're going to have to put it up again, mate, if you've already put it out. I don't see it. No. Is that a corner sofa you're sitting on? It absolutely is, yes. It's absolutely fucking banging as well. It's awesome. Really, really comfortable. Football Italian 90s, what a show. Oh yeah, I used to watch that. That's how you knew who all those good Italian players were, before they came into the Premier League. You knew who Roberto Di Matteo was, or Gianluca Vialli, Pierluigi Casaraghi. You knew them all before they came to the Premier League. Zola, of course. Used to watch that. We'll watch on the Italian night. Channel 4 on a Sunday it was on, wasn't it? On a Sunday morning, unless I'm mistaken. I'm sure it was a Sunday morning on Channel 4. I have done it again, mate. I'm telling you now, it's not there. It really isn't there. And I got the boss telling me, looks like the spit of mine. I tell you what. Let's hold up. I'm going to give you guys the look of my corner sofa. As you can see, the new book kindly the Newport County cushion is there. And if I've been a bad boy, this is where I sleep at night. No, I got a Lush mattress in my bed. What about the computer game Italian 90? I was addicted to that when I was a kid. Jeez, on the Sega Master System, I believe I was on, wasn't it? Or was it the Mega Drive? I don't know. No, so it was the Master System. Right, so I've got Leanne there. She's got her load of washing ready to go on. Taff loses by default. You can't make me lose. I've got for far as I'm concerned, I've got 4 out of 4 at the moment. So if Matthew's question doesn't come out, then I can't get it wrong. So I can't get a loss. I cannot take a loss. Matthew, honestly, mate, can everybody back me up that there is no question from Matthew on you? We've got no Matthew question on you. It's not popping up, mate. Iker won every trophy possible. Well, every team he played for, he won every competition he could have won. You know, well, except obviously he didn't win the Champions League with Porto. Mega Drive, yeah, it may have been the Mega Drive. So yeah, Christopher Birdsall backing me up. Even though we got a Cardiff City badge, I'll take that one. There is no question, ain't Matthew? No question. Can't see it. Can't see it. Have you seen this? No. There's nothing there, and everyone else is backing me up on that one. There's no question. We have no question, Matthew. So the washing's going in, mate. As soon as she presses that button, it's game over, and you know you have to take the loss by default. Then, sorry, Matthew. And don't worry, I haven't coerced the guys. Wales away kit. Have you seen it? Yellow. I believe I've seen like an image file of it, not the actual kit itself. But yeah, I like it personally. Christopher Burt's already think about Joe Day. He's a quality goalkeeper. Should be getting more of a chance with you guys, but look, see, I'm getting yawny now. You know, I went through the whole stream without yawning once, and now I'm getting bored, Matthew. I'm waiting for your question. You've hyped me up and you've brought me back down to earth with a thud. I'm ready to get your question right, mate. Try a third time lucky. Copy and paste it, mate, or just type it out again, if you must. I'm determined to answer your question, right, mate? I'm absolutely determined for it. Desperate for it, mate. Come on. Make my night. It's actually getting quite weird now, isn't it? I'm going to stop talking that way. Come on in, Matty. Let's have you. Oh, the ball tablet's about to go in now. That's it. I think you fucked, mate. Look, you hear the ball tablet container clipping back down. There we go. The ball tablet is in. The washing machine door is closed. Oh no, the comfort's going in now. We got the fabric softener going in. Matthew, is your question Neymar or Ronaldinho? It's got to be Ronaldinho. I'm a big fan of Neymar, but Ronaldinho is just absolutely out of this world. Oh God, always gives me a bad back doing this. It's not as bad as when I had to really lean down like that. Back when I was in this shitty old scabby. That's what I used to do the streams with. Now I got my trusted little tripod, which holds my phone in place. But I accidentally start the stream 5 minutes early by accidentally pressing the go live button. Baggio or Romario? Or I've got to say Romario. I thought Romario was awesome. Alfie Jack Gilbert, what happened in the playoff final? Which playoff final are you talking about? There's been lots and lots of playoff finals in my time. Matthew Marsden, I'll send it to you on Twitter and see if you can get it right on there. Rightio then, mate, the gauntlet has been laid. And for the cliffhanger for you guys, tune in next week to find out if I get it right. Anyway, you better press the button, guys, so it's time to go. Thank you all very much for a fantastic stream tonight. I've been on my lonesome, I've been bored, and you brightened my night up for me, so thank you all. Thank you for joining me. Oh, Klinsmann or Muller. Oh, God. Klinsmann, because he was more my time. More my time. I got to see Klinsmann. Right. Thank you all. Cheerio for now, and as always, up the county. Is it your bedtime? Not quite, but I'm quite sure it's yours, so piss off. Good night, all. Thank you. Cheerio, and as always, up the county. Yes, stay safe.